fellow Flosstubers, it's Patty here with episode 93. Today is February the 17th, 2020. On today's show, I have whips and I have haul and I have plans. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's week? Mine was okay. Last week was the first week that I had little man 2 days in a row. We had so much fun. He came at after 9:30, I think, or 9 on Thursday and stayed until late. He was here until like 7 because he had fallen asleep and right before his dad came, and his dad didn't want to wake him up. But Grandma was mean and woke him up after a couple hours of nap time. And he was very cranky until they left. So I really felt bad about that, but I knew that my son probably wanted to go home and go to sleep because he had to get up early in the morning to bring him, little man, here on Friday. Friday, I was able to get up, no problem. We had a really quiet morning because he took his nap at 7:30 in the morning. So that was exciting. And he took a 3-hour nap. That was great. And he almost fell asleep Friday night before my son got here, but I was able to get him up or keep him awake, and then my husband came, and it was like a burst of energy for little man when Grandpa was here. So thank goodness for that, because by that time Grandma's a little bit tired. I mean, I did get my morning nap with him, but it's still kind of hard. Yeah. We did get another cold snap, and that was not fun. It was 30 below again for a couple of days. It's warmed up. I think it said 18 below this morning, so I will take the 18 below. It's much better than 31 below. So, what else? Hubby and I didn't really celebrate Valentine's, but on Saturday we kind of had a let's go have some lunch date. So we went and had our favorite Mexican food and came home and kind of just vegged for Saturday and Sunday. Oops, I just dropped my glasses. One moment. But that has been my week. I did a lot of crafting and a lot of different projects. And I have changed my mind about how I'm going to do full coverages from now on. So, shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. Mirror Monday. Yes, I had a Mirror Monday this time. I worked on, what's she called? The Fairy Moon by Mirabilia. This is the pattern that I was gifted to by Joe. Thank you again, Joe, so much. I am stitching this on 32 count vintage Stormy Night Lugana, and I believe this is by Witchelt. No, it's Zweigart. I'm sorry, this one's by Zweigart. I actually did homework this last week. So the first one I did was 100 stitches on her face for that homework, for the face in the mirror. And that is where I got to. I'm very happy with how this is turning out. So this is my Mirror Monday. Okay. And then the next project I did was also a homework assignment, and it was stitch 200 on a project that had people for the funeral. So I pulled out Praiseworthy Stitches, Mummy's Moonlight Cafe, because of all of the kids down at the bottom. And I did the required 200 stitches on this, and so I finished up this section of the building and started working over here with the same color, which I could have done the door, and I didn't realize that when I moved the Q-snap. So that is where this one is at. This is on 28 count. Oh, it's 28 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. Should remember that is one of my favorite colors. And after I did the required stitching on this one, I went ahead and pulled out the Halloween sampler since I was still in a Halloween mood. And this is by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm using the called for floss and fabric, except for soot. I had to change soot out because I didn't have it. This is 32 Copper Penny by Witchelt. So I started on the cauldron, so I started working on the fire, and I did the letter V and the letter Y. And that's what I got to on this one. This is one that is my focus to finish. So I want to work on this a couple of times a month so I can get it finished, because I really want this one done before Halloween. Okay. And then came Thursday and Friday. So with Little Man, I don't bring out my stitching because I have a floor stand that has scissors, a magnifier, and needles that I keep, so that I have 4 needles on there, so I always have a needle. Sorry. 2 scissors, of course, so I can cut things, and I need my magnifier, and it sits on the left-hand side to come over to the right, over top. So it doesn't work really well when he's here, so I always put that away. And my lap stand is too big to have on my lap and have him, because he likes to sit on my lap, so I decided I would try needlepoint. So I had this Dimensions kit, which is Hugging Penguin's Stocking, and he let me work on this, and he let me work on it a lot. He played, he watched TV. I was able to do a little bit when he napped on Thursday, because I did not nap Thursday. So I was really happy with how much I got done and how much he allowed me to do. So I am using a hoop. It's hard to see this, but this is 11 count. I don't need a magnifier. I have a pair of scissors next to me and the needle, and I got quite a bit done for the amount that he let me stitch. And I did a little bit later on Thursday night after he left, because I didn't feel like bringing everything back out after he left. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I'm not sure. I first bought this thinking it was cross stitch, and I was going to make it for the newest baby, but I'm not sure. I did pick up a cross stitch one that's really cute too that I might work on. It all depends on which one I think I get finished before Christmas. So I need to start the other cross stitch one, but we will see. But yeah, this will be my Thursday and Friday project. I'm so happy that he's old enough now that he doesn't need Grandma all the time. So Saturday I pulled out Fright Night. The art is by Lewis Johnson, and it is charted by Gecko Rouge. And I'm using 25 count Easy Guide, a white gray Lugana. And I didn't get a whole bunch done because I'm not feeling the full coverage at the moment. And I think it's because I am doing full coverage on Saturday and Sunday. And I think I'm going to change that rule. I'm going to work on 1 full coverage 1 day a week, either Saturday or Sunday. And I'm not going to be flipping back and forth. I'm just going to work on 1 for a month and then switch and just do a rotation that way. So I did end up doing 340 stitches this time. So added these here and a little bit here. So this is page 2, so the start of page 3. And I think I'm going to come down here and work on page 9 and do it this way along the pattern. So that is where I'm at. And this one I am doing a 1/1 full cross. All of my full coverages so far are full cross. Because even with that black, I think that 1/1 tent stitch with the black, it would look very good. So sorry about that. I'll put the picture back in. So that is where I'm at on my full coverage and my plans for full coverage. So after I did my 340 stitches and had had enough, I decided I would do my whip go for February. One of them is Ashley's Roses, and I'm planned on getting 500 stitches done on her. And this is 32 count graceful gray linen by Zweigart. And I think, I haven't counted, but I believe I have over 500 stitches in here because I've had all of these and that. So this is what I did. I did that bow there. So I'm probably going to put her away for a while. So that is where Ashley's Roses is at. I'm very happy with how that turned out. And there's a lot of blends in here, and that one is one of the blends. So, yay! And then, after I got the stitches done for that, I decided to finish up the homework. And the one piece of homework that I wanted to do was something that reminded you of your dad. And to me, these are ravens because my dad's nickname is Raven Man. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I am using a 40 count Picture This Plus in Heritage. And I did over 200 stitches. You were supposed to do 200 stitches, and I just kept going. So I did the gray in this part of the tree, and then I did all of that part of the tree in gray as well. So that's very exciting. I did all the homework assignments except for the last one, so I should be getting 10 points, hopefully. Hopefully. But we will see. Because the last homework assignment, well no, the other homework assignment I needed to do was 300 stitches on a project that's close to being done. So I said that my Prairie Schooler letter B is my closest project to be done. And I stitched on this. This is my 30-minute a day project, which it usually gets more than 30 minutes, but it's my night project before I go to bed. So I did a whole bunch on this project. I even did more after I took the picture. So when I took the picture, this bird was done and these birds were done. So then I added the other two birds, and I'm working on the top of the pie now. This is 28 count wheat by Zweigart. And this is a yard of fabric. A yard. Thing is going to be huge, but that'll be okay. So I'm going to keep this as my 30 minutes a day project until either I get really bored with it or it's done. And I'm hoping that it's done. I really would like to get this done this year, or even, I'd like to get it done this year. I don't think that that's going to be possible, but at least sometime next year I would love this to be done. So those are the projects that I worked on last week. Put this away real quick, and then I will show you. Oh, drink first. All right, my haul. Well, I broke my budget, but I still have plenty of time to catch back up again. I was watching someone's podcast, and I really wish I had written it down because she's working on this, and I immediately stopped it, went to this website, and I purchased it. I went to Gecko Rouge and bought B. It's B. And I bought the kit. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know what it is about this, and I'm not a bee person. Honeybees are cute. I mean, they're a bee, and you need them. But isn't that beautiful? I just love the colors in this so much. So this is not a true full coverage because as you see these little areas, it is not like this. This is stitched, and then these are stitched off to the side. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I thought I would show you a Gecko Rouge pattern kit in case you've never seen one. So this is what I got. You get the cover, and it's a nice hard piece, so it's not just a sheet of paper. Then this is the booklet. Oops, it's upside down, sorry. This is the booklet that you receive. It talks about how you stitch, what you do to stitch, and then you open it up and you get the key, the color key. So there's 2 pages of that. And then I'm only going to show you 1 page. This is what they look like. So they're 10 by 10 grid. And as you see, this is not white. This is just left blank, and these are the things that you stitch. This one has 24 pages, but the last couple of pages, there's hardly anything on them. Oh no, that has lots more, but it's still 24 pages. Why? It's 24 pages long. But that's the pages that you get. Then they give you the fabric. This is a 25 count DMC magic guide. It doesn't say it's magic guide, but that's pretty much what it is. Except with Gecko Rouges, they are 20 by 20 grid instead of 10 by 10. So I'm going to have to retrain my brain when I'm working on this to do a 20 by 20 grid. But that is what the size is going to be. So it's not super huge, which is nice. And I think I can get this one done, hopefully, rather quickly. Okay. And then you get the floss. And they pre-cut all the floss, and the floss is all DMC. And it comes in this little package. You can buy needle minders if you want. I chose not to. You get a needle as well. And all of the floss are on floss cards with the color code. So you don't even need that other color code. You could look at the key, look at the pattern and look it up on the key. So here it is. It's all done. So yeah, but look at these colors. That's definitely 310. The only thing I wish is that they would put what the DMC color is, so that you would know what you were, if you ran out of a color, got low on a color, you could go, oh, okay, let me pull it from my stash. But here it is. Comes this little package. Isn't that nice? So this is going to be for my full coverage plans. Full coverage. I am going to continue with Fright Night for the rest of February. March, I'm going to start B. And I'm going to work on B for March. And then April will be when Up on a Rooftop comes back out. And then just keep rotating that through. I may switch it up a little bit, like in December, do Up on the Rooftop, and October, do Fright Night. So there might be where I have to juggle this a little bit, but that is my plans for those. I'm really excited about B. Really, really excited about B. I think that's going to be a great project to work on because it's so pretty. And it's so pretty and it's different. But figuring out how to do those 20 by 20 blocks is going to be interesting. But yeah. Okay. Looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk about. I did knit on Wednesday with the girls. We had dinner and went knitting and had a really good time. I didn't do a lot, so I just left my socks in the car. That's going to be my project until they're done because I really need to get those socks off the needle. I haven't contacted Signature yet about my needles, and part of me just doesn't even want to because I'm just so bummed about it, but that's the way it goes. But anyway, if you stayed for this long, thank you so much for coming in and checking me out. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much coming back time after time. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to ask down in the comment section. And I think that's it. So I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content, and I will see you guys next week.